Ah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to yet another reaction video. MIZ Reacts. Over the past 24 hours, I'm hearing potentially Thomas Tuchel could be heading towards Man United. I'm desperately hoping that's not going to be the case, and I'm desperately hoping that they hold on to Erik Ten Hag dearly. Apparently, there's going to be some sort of a board meeting today, but there is a possibility that Thomas Tuchel could be lined up. Man, honestly, it it breaks my heart to a certain level, man. I can't even lie. Thomas Tuchel, I'm pretty sure when I say this, a lot of you guys will probably agree. In recent times, he's probably been one of those managers that a lot of the Chelsea fan base has connected deeply with him. Um, he took over in tumultuous situation. Frank Lampard, he wasn't performing well in his second season, took us over and immediately turned us around. Like you could just see as soon as Thomas Tuchel arrived at Chelsea Football Club. I remember the first match was against Wolves. It was a draw. But you could see there was a change in the mood already. It was a change in the vibe of the squad. Players started to look a lot more sharper. We were strategically well placed in on field. Our style, our philosophy was clear to see under Thomas Tuchel. Three at the back, wing backs, double pivot, 1v1 wingers. I remember that season, it was told, Frank Lampard said we couldn't, we're not going to be able to win anything substantial. We're not ready yet. And he took that team. I still remember we were probably lingering around ninth, eighth, something like that. We went all the way to win the Champions League, and wow, fantastically, we won the Champions League. It wasn't a fluke at all. XG, if you have a look in that particular run in from Atletico Madrid all the way to the final, we obliterated the opposition, obliterated them. Sensational run of the Champions League. None of them were fortuitous. We absolutely took care of each and every one of those oppositions. I still remember the way we handled Real Madrid. Wow. And then at the end of the season, we still ended up coming in the top four. I think we just snuck into fourth, or maybe we might have got third. I can't remember exactly. I think it was fourth, courtesy of, I believe, Tottenham slipping or something or other, or Tottenham doing us a favor, something or other. And we ended up coming fourth. This manager, and then obviously we know what we did the following seasons, Club World Cup and this, that, the other, sanctions and whatnot. If this particular manager goes to Man United, all this time I've been bantering Man United, and I'm worried. Like Thomas Tuchel could be a particular manager that could turn things around for Man United. Man United, I'm just to be honest, when you sit down and you just assess what's been happening, I'm actually gobsmacked by how poor Erik Ten Hag has been. I mean, if you guys remember Erik Ten Hag back in the Ajax days, they were sensational. The level of football they were playing in the Champions League or even in their own league, they were playing some scintillating football. I'm actually very much gobsmacked how pathetic Erik Ten Hag has been since he's joined Man United. He simply hasn't been able to play his type of football that we saw at Ajax. But you best believe someone like Thomas Tuchel coming in with the structure that they have under Ineos, with all the banter and the laughs that we have in the expense of Man United, they're just probably an astute manager and a couple of changes in the team away from being back to being on top. And Thomas Tuchel, for me, is the level of manager that could change things. I've said it many times. I don't think simply changing the manager is going to do the trick at Man United. There's deeper issues. I still believe that. Players like Bruno Fernandes, players like Marcus Rashford, even Mason Mount hasn't clicked over there. But someone like Thomas Tuchel coming in could seriously change all of that. could seriously instill a belief, could seriously instill a style of play where the players can buy in. It will hurt. It will seriously hurt a lot. This guy, the connection we have with him, then if he does end up at Man United, is gonna be strange. It's gonna break me a little bit inside because when Thomas Tuchel got sacked, I felt it was a bit premature, even though I did say at that time that if results continue to be poor, he'll eventually sack himself. When the new owners came in and a whole heap of players. I still believe that if he stayed at Chelsea, we probably wouldn't have finished 12th by the end of that first season under the new ownership. We probably would have done a lot better. But this guy, I feel like he's got unfinished business in the Premier League. He's got unfinished business in the Premier League. He'll definitely be able to compete against the likes of Arteta, against the likes of Pep Guardiola. Who knows? Maybe even Ben Chilwell could be going to Man United. Thomas Tuchel fancied Ben Chilwell a lot. You could see the wing-back formation starting at Man United. You could see the resurgence of Mason Mount at Man United. Who knows? You could probably get the best out of Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford. There's definitely talent there at Man United to be a lot better than where they are right now, which is 14th. It would be nice if Thomas Tuchel didn't if. I get the feeling if Ineos do approach Thomas Tuchel, he'll probably accept it. And deep down, I'm just I'm hoping if this situation ever materializes that Thomas Tuchel doesn't take up the job. But I think that's being naive. I think he would relish the opportunity to come back into the Premier League, and I just I just hope that if he does end up there, that it doesn't end well, that he doesn't connect with the fan base, because you just know this man, the way he talks, he'll get the fan base on board. He talks from here. He talks from here, and that's powerful. For me, that's very powerful. And yeah, I love the fact that Man United is in the mud right now. I love the fact that Erik ten Hag has zero charisma in media. I love the fact that this guy is so clueless in game. But you best believe someone like Thomas Tuchel, he's charismatic. He'll get the fans on his side. I still remember the incident, Thomas Tuchel versus Antonio Conte, that match against Spurs, Chelsea. I mean, when this guy wants to fight for you, he will go to war for you. Do you know what I mean? He developed a sensational relationship with the Chelsea fan base. Can he potentially do that with Man United? Perhaps. And as I said, that for me will be, the start of the resurgence. All this time I've been bantering Man United and I've been hoping that it's Gareth Southgate. Who knows, maybe it might even be Ruud van Nistelrooy as the interim manager. He is the current assistant coach, and apparently there is some rifts at the moment with him and Erik ten Hag. But Thomas Tuchel well and truly is in the mix, is definitely in the mix. And he's a manager who's available. He's a manager who is of the elite caliber. I definitely feel he's of that elite caliber. Look, I hope he doesn't go there, because if he does, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, and I'm worried that maybe Man United could just bounce back with him. So let's hope that that's not the case. Let's hope that they keep on going with Erik ten Hag. Apparently, there is some words, even though there is a meeting that's going to happen today in Man United boardroom, that the feel is perhaps they'll stick around with Erik ten Hag a little bit longer. If anything, they might move towards Van Nistelrooy as an interim until they find a long-term solution. But I hope Thomas Tuchel's not the guy, man, because as I said, it's going to be difficult to watch him on the other side, and I just get the feeling he might do well over there. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts. How you feel about potentially Thomas Tuchel going towards Man United? Let me know in the comment section. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time, everyone. Take care. See ya. Goodbye.